How did Master Sskeer, the Trandoshan Jedi, lose his arm? And why does he seem so miserable? In the first issue of the High Republic comic, we were introduced to a Trandoshan Jedi with only one arm. Now we know that Trandoshans as a species eventually regrow their limbs, so why hasn't this occurred for Master Sskeer? Before I go any further, please take a moment to consider subscribing to the channel. I make videos on all things Star Wars, so if you're a massive Star Wars fan, be sure to hit the like button and join the community. So how did Master Sskeer lose his arm? It is not really explained in the comics as to why this has occurred, but to find the answer, we must look to Charles Soule's The Light of the Jedi. During the events covered in The Light of the Jedi, Master Sskeer took part in a battle called the Battle of Kur. During the Battle of Kur against the Nihil, Master Sskeer alongside many other Jedis flew vectors into battle. As the battle raged on, Marchion Ro hijacked the spaceships of the Nihil through a piece of technology known as the Path Engine, which allowed the Nihil to perform hyperspace jumps in a far more versatile manner. As a result, the Nihil ships continuously shifted in and out of hyperspace at random locations. This caused many of the Nihil ships to crash into Republic ships and consequently into the Jedi's vectors. Even before the Jedi entered into battle, a ship crashed into the tight formations of the vectors, killing many Jedi. During the chaos, Master Sskeer's ship collided with a massive object that pierced through the cockpit of his ship. As a result, a sharp chunk of metal speared into his shoulder, through his body, and into his seat. This collision severed his arm at the joint, but while painful, he was not too worried as he knew it would regrow again. So why did he seem so miserable during the comics? During the Battle of Kur and through the Force connection that Avar Kriss established for all Jedi, Master Sskeer had a particularly strong connection to one of the Jedi. That Jedi was Jedi Master Jora Malli, the future Marshal of the Starlight Beacon. Jora Malli and Sskeer were old friends. Before the Battle of Sskeer, he expressed his concern for the well-being of Jora Malli, but she insisted on fighting in the upcoming battle. Before they jumped into their ships, both of them promised each other not to die. But, as I mentioned earlier, the sudden shift in battle conditions with the Nihil jumping in and out of hyperspace wreaked epic amounts of havoc, and as their ships crashed into each other, Master Sskeer recognized through the Force that Jora Malli was gone. She was dead. And despite losing his arm, Master Sskeer howled not in pain, but at the loss of an old friend. In the aftermath of the battle, Master Sskeer was deeply affected by the tragedy. While his arm was slowly regrowing, the loss of a friend wounded his heart, something far more difficult to repair. This leads us straight into the comics, which proceeded right after these events. Master Sskeer, with his one arm and depressed attitude, is pretty evident. What is even more evident is that moving forward, this will be something that Master Sskeer will have to struggle with. So that is how the Trandoshan Jedi lost his arm and why he looked so miserable during the comics. Let me know what you think. If you liked the video, be sure to subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell button, and I will see you in the next video. I am the Lost Acolyte,
and I have spoken.